Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of MJMR with your boys, Jason and Cody, back talking about another film. But first, we got a very special, important guest joining us talking about movies today, one half of the Davis Bros. Give it up for our man Valley up in here.
What's going on, guys? How you doing? Thank you for having me. First and foremost, I love talking about movies, man. I'm excited,
Absolutely.
man.
We are happy to have you here talking about, we're jumping into Mashing Joy's video game territory. We're talking about Mortal Kombat today.
A classic, an all-time great.
Absolutely. And we're not talking about the absolutely amazing original movie. We're talking about the 2021 remake, which was arguably just as good, if not better. So
we're not talking about this one.
Ooh.
No, dude, Annihilation's like
a classic.
Annihilation's like The Room territory, where it's like so bad it's good.
Or like you have to like it because it's Mortal Kombat, so just overlook all the terrible shots.
Yeah,
they said finish him, so I'm excited.
They had pretty cool music. It reminded me of the games.
All right, so 2021 Mortal Kombat. Valley, as our guest, why don't you kick us off? How are we feeling about this movie?
All right, so I'll start it off saying I am a pretty tough critic, but I appreciated the movie for sure. Special effects was actually done really well. There were some great fighting scenes just from top to bottom, but the plot was a little lacking, in my opinion. The actors weren't the strongest, but when you get a fighting movie like that, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, we're paying for the cool effects, the cool flips, the ice coming out of Sub-Zero. Awesome. But it started off and I was already a little questionable because how is the main character gonna lose MMA fights off rip? I was like, bro, you're supposed to be that guy, aren't you? And I felt like I kept asking that question as I watched the movie. Like, you're supposed to be that guy, aren't you? You're the main character. And then you find out, oh, this isn't just any regular dude. He's Scorpion's descendant, right? So I'm like,
he's still a bitch.
I'm like, where are the hands, bro? Say, get over here, do something. And then they hype him up like he about to start killing it. And he doesn't even turn into Scorpion. You think he's going to be the reincarnated Scorpion, and he is not. And he's a metal-bodied weird guy with two weapons. But all that to the side, there were definitely some highlights. I thought some of the casting was kind of weird. Like, Liu Kang was kind of weird. I don't know. Wasn't really. Kung Lao was very skinny. That's all I got for him, really. I was like, bro, I don't know. I could probably throw him to the ground. But it was still interesting. I thought it was pretty cool that they switched up the normal plot, because how many movies have you seen where they actually do go to the tournament and they fight it out? Somebody loses, somebody wins. But it was almost too different from regular Mortal Kombat, because it's been such a long time for me too since they dropped the Mortal Kombat movie, where they could have just remade it and I would have been hyped. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I liked Scorpion coming back. Like, I thought it was sick when he did it, but I don't know if I liked how he came back. But I don't know. Sub-Zero, he was dope. I liked Sub-Zero's character a lot. Kano was kind of weak though, man.
Really?
Kano,
interesting.
I was just expecting to see the original Kano from the original joint eating the chicken leg, like doing, what I mean? But I don't know, man. He lost the fight. He lost like 3 fights to Sonya.
He lost like
every fight. I feel like they had the girl with the teeth. Is that Melina? They could have used more of her. Where's she at? Like, she was OP, bro. Had the crazy fighting. But long story short, I thought it was cool. I thought the effects were on point. I don't like that Scorpion's descendant Cole Young was able to kill Goro.
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 Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. That made zero sense.
I like
Goro's-
how you made him like a Boston douche, calling him Gordo.
That's what I thought. But bro, Goro's supposed to be, he's supposed to stomp everybody out.
Killed him with a
Like,
Mack truck, bro.
dog. And then he just sliced them up. That made zero sense, man. Like, I don't care how cool it looks that he's getting sliced. I'm like, wait, that's Goro getting sliced. But who knows what they'll do in the future with the series. This one was like a cool intro to it, I suppose. Overall, man, I can't give it higher than a 7, honestly. But I thought it was dope. I liked parts of it a lot, and there are certain parts where I was like, kind of lacking. I'm not sure if I liked how they got their abilities either.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like with the markings and shit.
it was
Where
interesting.
you had to like
but
kill someone with a marking to get the marking.
yeah, it was kind of, I don't know. it was okay,
Good observation. Good observation.
but it was solid. It was solid. What do you guys think though?
So I'm usually the guy that will shit on any movie that releases its best scene. And a week before that movie came out, they released literally the best scene. The first 7-minute intro fight scene, which was fucking awesome. Literally, and the thing is, I'm to the point now where I've seen so many movies and I've seen like all these different tactics that these directors and producers and these studios go through to try to promote their movie, especially now with the pandemic. Like, I get what they were trying to do. It's like, look, we're not going to be like the other Mortal Kombat movies. Like, this shit's going to be intense. I like the whole time watching, I was like, don't get hyped. Don't get hyped, because this is going to be the best scene in the movie. It is fucking dope, but don't get too hyped. Just stay even keeled. So I literally watched this movie in Florida when the wife and I were at Disney World. She passed out early. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put on HBO Max. We're gonna watch Mortal Kombat. And I was like a little kid, bro. Just, I had my popcorn. I'm just eating it, watching that fight scene, bro. And I was like, I was doing the fuck, oh yeah, like it was awesome. Like the nostalgia was like almost perfect. There was parts where it was like Goro, or Gordo, as I like him now. Like the way he died, that fight was like, all right, dude. Like, come on, man. It's Goro, bro. This dude literally like rips people in half. Like he's the Hulk with 4 arms. Like, that was whack that you just fucking hit him with a truck and it just like fucking KO'd his ass. Like, that was kind of whack.
Yeah.
I didn't like how Cole Young is like the descendant of whatever the fuck Scorpion's real name is, and he got the name Cole Young. Like, the dude that named Cole Young named Miss Honey, named fucking all the terrible names in movies. Like,
yeah,
that was kind of whack. I liked how they kind of turned the story around. I was kind of frustrated that there wasn't a tournament, because that's like Mortal Kombat. Like, Mortal Kombat is the tournament. Like, that kind of frustrated me. But like, knowing that this is kind of just like the step in the door, I'm kind of over it. But there was scenes that were like, all right, this is badass. Like I agree with you with how they kind of did Kano dirty, but the actor that played Kano did such a good job, like embodying like who he was as a person.
Yeah.
Like I trashed, I've trashed a lot of movies in the past with like forced comedy, and like I didn't feel that. Like, I didn't feel like he was forcing it like that. He was like his character, and he did a good job. I felt like that was good. I agree with you with the MMA shit. Like, that was like, why am I just watching this guy get his face beat in like constantly? And then it was like every time where it was like, oh shit, this is his moment. This is where he fucking like pulls out the fucking get over it.
Yeah,
and it's just like he gets
something.
fucking punched and he like falls back. It's like, I do. It's like the meme, the stick figure, like poking something, like do something. Like, come on, bro, do something.
Like, please.
Yeah. But the final, like not the final scene, but the final like Scorpion Sub-Zero fight scene was almost as good as the first fight scene.
Yeah.
And like when he did the fucking get over here, like,
it was dope.
Every hair on my body just like stood up, and I was like, yes, let's go.
That's why we're here.
That like
come
I
on.
literally I could watch the 7-minute fight scene and then that scene, or
chill.
fucking I know you were making fun of him for being skinny, but when he threw
No,
the
he
hat
was-
down
He was
and
doing his thing.
fucking bladed the chick, and
Yeah.
oh my god, that was like
then-
one of the greatest fatalities in the game, and they
Just
just
gonna get his soul sucked? Like, come on, bro. Like right after
Hey.
that?
hey, you know, sometimes, you know what I
That's
mean?
crazy, man. That's crazy.
I did not. And that like final thing that I didn't like was that's kind of the route they're going, because like in the video games it was like, you know, the characters and they're like basically immortal and all this shit, and then it's like, oh wait, now that they're dead, we're gonna bring
Yeah.
their souls back. And it's like now it's like the only way that they can really go about bringing some of the good characters back is by doing that. So, oh, and Jax is a bitch. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like,
Yo, what about Jax's arms, the version 1 joints?
dude,
My man had the beta arms,
he
bro.
had he had
It
the
was
fucking
crazy.
Deadpool legs.
And he was really trying to pick stuff up. He's like, ugh. Like, that was crazy.
He's like over flexing on everything. It's like, bro, you can put it between your pecs and pick it up. Can we
Like,
stop
come on,
trying
man.
with these arms? Where the fuck is C3PO? How can we make these things better? Can we get Anakin Skywalker in this bitch
Please.
to put this together? Where's fucking Alpha and Zordon? Can we please fix this
Like-
man's arms?
Give us a little something.
Out of pure nostalgia and how amazing that opening fight scene was, I'm going to give it a 7.3. If that fight scene wasn't involved, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a 5.
Yeah.
And it's literally just the nostalgia is carrying me at that point. It's just
Yeah.
it literally turns into one of those movies where it's like, it sucked, but it's Mortal Kombat, so it was good. And then you have to defend yourself for the rest of your life.
That's fair. That's very
So
fair.
the opening fight scene is what's carrying it for me. What'd you think?
I am an absolute simpleton when it comes to my movie watching. So you'll hear me say some things that you'd be like, yeah. So I thought it was a pretty darn good movie. Some of the characters, obviously, like we talked about, Cole Young, kind of whack. Kano was
say it wider for the fans.
Kano was my absolute favorite part of the movie. I'm not gonna lie. It made it so enjoyable to just watch him be an asshole and then immediately just get absolutely smacked.
And like an asshole at his lowest points. Like he's getting his ass kicked and he's still like he's chained and he's still being a dick. Like that's the best. That's the best.
The scene where Kung Lao just absolutely tears him a new one at dinner.
That was
Pride.
crazy.
Yeah,
That
was
was
pride.
actually.
that was
I also loved how much Raiden was kind of an asshole. Like, this is what I have to work with. All right, well, we lost. All right, see ya.
yeah.
That's so true.
Ra-
sent Cole
Raiden
Young
was
home.
Raiden was literally Valley. Like, yo,
Bro.
you're not gonna turn into Scorpion.
He was
Like,
like,
come on, bro. We brought you here for a
you're,
reason.
you're supposed to
Give
be
the people
Scorpion.
what they
Get
want.
the fuck out of here. Dude.
Like,
Just go
he
home.
literally sent him
Yeah.
home to his wife and child. Well, we're screwed. Get out of here. At least go spend your last moments.
And then he was the typical dude that when he figured his shit out and came back, it was like, yes, he was all planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 100% wholeheartedly moving on. He was moving on from Cole Young.
1000%.
But yeah, I thought it was a great movie, or a good movie. Great for a Mortal Kombat movie, considering what we've had before. I guess I'll just get right to my score. I also gave it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought it was a respectable movie.
It was respectable. But I feel like you said, without those two fights and the good CGI, like even if it had the good fights and the CGI was just bad, like that's going to be a hard one to like digest. You know what I mean? They killed it with that.
They did a good job with not just like a lot of the time you'll have pretty good CGI, but then like the sound doesn't line up or it's just like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not needed. Like they did a really good job with like the sound effects and like the ice, like as it's like cracking up metal, like you can feel like, oh shit, like that shit's getting into like I did good. I think the other thing, the fact that we all just went through our entire synopsis and Raiden was only mentioned once and Shang Tsung was only mentioned once, like that's the main lead and the main villain. And like we're not talking about like that. That's the kind of thing that's like they focused on so many things. They didn't like keep it simple. That would have been something that could have really, really helped. I now thinking about it, I don't necessarily love the whole Scorpion storyline. But I mean, I think it's cool that they changed it up, but I don't know.
Did you see the animated one that just came out, the Scorpion one? That storyline was like cooler. And it was like similar, but like they executed it really well.
The I don't know if it was the director or one of the writers, someone came out and like they did like a Q&A with the fans as every Comic-Con movie does. And someone asked them, they asked him about like Scorpion storylines, how they came up with that. And he did the whole fucking Marvel answer, you know, we need to make our own canon. Everything can't be canon. And it's like, yeah, but like that's better. So you should make it canon. Like that should be canon.
Should have gone with that.
Like Goro should not die to a Chevy 1500. Like get the Toyota Tacoma, park it in the garage, and he can die a reasonable, respectful death. Like
they had Goro down bad, bro.
Dude, they had Goro down mad bad. And then when he just like collects the souls and like Shang Tsung's such a bitch. Before we get out of here though, I gotta ask the boys, who is our vote for Johnny Cage?
Ooh. Hold on.
Cody knows my vote, and he's not on board with my vote.
He's not on board.
He's not on board with my vote, but
I mean,
I heard the Miz, like people were mentioning the Miz, like not sold on that. Not just because I hate wrestling, but just because I'm not sold on it.
Yeah, there's no way they could get who I would really want, but
who would you really want? Who would you really
I would want like a Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you.
I would want he would kill the role, man.
Thank you.
I feel like anyone else is just gonna be like cheesy, like you know, like Tony
How
Stark
funny
was
would that
the
be
perfect,
to fucking
like,
shit on Ryan Reynolds and get like Hugh Jackman? Just to like create that like brotherly love hate. Just like that was my perfect role and you took it.
Yeah. Like you know he's waiting for that phone call to you. Like, come on, man.
Or how awesome would that be if they tied into it where it was like this is the new Johnny Cage. Like his name isn't really Johnny Cage. He's like playing the role of Johnny Cage because Johnny Cage is too old, and Hugh Jackman's like the old Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, they could do it. It could be perfect if they. I think that would be honestly like.
There's a lot of people that are calling for Hemsworth's brother Liam.
Nah.
And Liam Hemsworth.
He's not cocky enough.
Chris Pratt got a few votes. I saw.
He could do all right. Yeah, he could do pretty good.
But I don't know, dude. I just see Johnny Cage is literally Wade Wilson. Like Wade Wilson and Johnny Cage are like almost the same. Like if Wade Wilson wasn't so fucking cool, they'd be the same person. Like if Wade Wilson was like a douche on purpose, then he'd be Johnny Cage and kick like a tool and punch people in the dick.
You know they're just gonna put The Rock as Johnny Cage.
Or would you fucking Dak Shepard because he's in everything?
Yeah, Dak Shepard. I'll take it. I'll take the gig. I'll shave. Ooh, yeah. Zac Efron.
I mean, douche. He fits the douche for sure.
Would he be okay with like dying on
Zac
camera?
Efron? That's the dude. That's the dude. The movie, the awkward moment. That it's Miles Teller. It's Miles Teller, Zac Efron, and Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. That's a crazy lineup.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting, but I feel like they're definitely not going to get Ryan Reynolds for whatever reason, and we're just going to be let down tremendously.
What makes you say that? The guys that played like the coolest characters in that movie, their best role was like a non-English movie.
It's not the worst, but I've seen
Is that
Yeah,
what
man.
had you sold on that?
The casting was a little iffy, man. Like, I was
Like I might
is
have
this
bought
guy?
into Ryan Reynolds if they had like Cole Young fighting like Chuck Liddell in like his
Like
MMA
something.
fights. It's like, all right, they're willing to spend some money.
They'll
But
make it
now
happen.
Chuck Liddell's reffing a celebrity boxing MMA fight, and he can't even get that role. So
Can't even get it done, dude.
I'm
He's a
not
good
sure.
guy too. I've ran
Oh,
past Chuck Liddell a couple
Iceman.
times.
The Iceman.
Good dude, I think.
I believe it. All right. So cumulative score, I'm assuming that rounding to 7 would be the easiest since I was the only one that gave it a little bit higher than a 7.
And
So
nostalgia.
we're giving it a 7 out of 10 for the old Mashing Joys cumulative score. I like that. I don't hate it. Do we know what Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic are giving it?
Metacritic currently has it at a 44. And then
And Valley started this with I consider myself a hard critic.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, they tried. So you get points for trying.
And then the IMDb user reviews currently has it at a 6.2 out of 10.
I mean, if anything's less than like a 6.5, I'm gonna turn it off. You know what I mean? Most of the time. So that's why it's got to be a 7. I finished it.
And
There you
then
go.
Mortal Kombat on Rotten Tomatoes, audience score 86%, tomato meter 55.
Jesus.
That's what we're
So
working with.
no one's in love with this movie. All right, cool. Well,
Could have been better.
I would like to think that the guys that gave it the rating high enough to keep it in the 50s had the same mindset as me. They were probably just in the minority to the actual movie critics that fucking hated it. So it is what it is. This has got to be one of the first movies where we've rated it this much higher than everyone else. We're usually pretty close to on point, but
They got a bunch of boomers rating those movies, man.
Mhm.
Throw
kids
some
that
flashes and
don't
lens
even know
flares.
what fucking Mortal Kombat is.
Yeah, they're like,
What's a box arcade? I don't know what that is.
who's Goro? Why does he have 4 arms? They don't get it.
Why is the Hulk mutated again?
Again.
Oh, crazy. Yeah, all right. I'm cool with 7 out of 10. I'm good with that. I'm good with
Seven's good.
Mashing Joys rating it 7 out of 10.
It gets a thumbs up, and that's about it.
Yep. And a please. This is one of those where we're begging the second one to be better.
Right.
Begging the second one to be
I
better.
can't do worse.
Yeah, like or even the same. Then it's like, all right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, let's end it now. Like,
Gonna
this
hit
is
Netflix. It's gonna turn into a Netflix show.
They're gonna put so much money into Cole Young that they have to make a spin-off Netflix series of Cole Young.
Gonna happen.
And it's gonna
Cole
be his
Young.
it's gonna be his prime MMA career where he was actually a good fighter.
It's not even gonna be about him being.
See, he didn't even lose all them fights. He was a good fighter. He
Oh
just had a
man.
bad corner, man. That's all it was. He
They'll
just
have
didn't
a
have good trainer.
Scorpion in it like 3 times.
Yeah, just like
Just
trying to
pop
get
up.
into his dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleeping and like wakes up and he's like, what was that? I'm nervous for my fight. Yeah, that's what it is. He like sees a shrink and she's just like, it's, are you sexually active? Like trying to make it personal. And he's like, look, lady, I'm just trying to fight. Like, I don't know why we got to bring romance into this. Then he has a kid. It's the whole downfall of that. And like, she's like his biggest fan / critic. Like, shout out to her. She actually didn't do a bad job.
She did pretty. Yeah, she kind of killed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Docking on him in his fights. Like,
Yep.
I dig that. I could dig
was
that. She's
dope.
like giving him coaching tips in the locker room. He's just fucking face just beat in, and she's like, "You got to duck under that. You got to move your head."
He's just
Like,
wearing it too. Just
all
getting
right,
grilled.
Mick, where's Rock? Holy shit! Yeah,
Decent movie.
I mean, yeah, decent. I'm cool.
Drink,
with it.
drink a couple brews while you watch it. You'll have a good time.
Yeah,
True.
like yeah, for sure. Definitely not one that you like plan around, but if you're just like, I could watch something right now.
Yeah. Got some people over. You want to put on something cool?
Hey, you like
Mortal
Mortal Kombat, right? Check this shit out.
Yeah.
Just play them the opening fight scene. I guarantee you they'll stay for like at least another 40 minutes.
For sure.
And then you're going to find
True.
out if they're true Mortal Kombat fans or not. Yeah. Good with it.
Oh, good movie. All right. that wraps it up for Mortal Kombat. We would like to thank our main man Valley for stopping by, talking some movies with us. We will have you back very, very soon.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. I love movie nights, man. And Mortal Kombat can't really go wrong. We love the originals. They're bad movies, really. So it's fun.
Yeah,
true.
Thanks, guys. I had a blast.
You're very welcome. Thank you for
joining us. And for everyone watching at home, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, mashing the bell to get notified for new episodes of the pod and of MJMR. Make sure you're following on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go check out my man Jason over here, twitch.tv/mashingjoys, and check out the Davis Bros, twitch.tv/Davis Bros, kicking it live every single day, killing the game.
You guys almost at 300.
We're at 305, I think
There you
now.
go. There you go.
We're getting there.
There you go.
Almost
at the
home.
365.
Hey, the schedule going to be changing after that. Nah, awesome. But it's been a good ride, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us. We will next episode be talking about Nobody.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Nobody. You will have to wait and see what we have to say about that movie.
We might be going in.
Oh yeah. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one. As always, I have been Cody.
I'm still Jason.
This has been MJMR. We will catch y'all in the next one. Remember, be safe, to get your vaccinations, eat your vegetables. Most importantly, have a good rest of your day, you guys.
See you.
See ya.
Peace.